Hi guys, sorry if this is like a weird angle. I don't know why, but my tripod always tries to do like whatever it can to not cooperate with me. But anyway, so for today we're going to do my June wrap up. I didn't do a May wrap up. I read 15 books in May. I actually read more books last month than I did this month. I read 15 books in May and I read 10 books in June. But for May, I just didn't feel like doing a wrap up. So it's whatever. I read 10 books this month. I participated in 2 readathons. I participated in the Video Games and I participated in the Witchathon. Both readathons I kind of did and I mean, I did so good in the Witchathon this round though, because usually in the Witchathon I'll be like, hey guys, I'm participating in the Witchathon, and then next thing you know, I didn't read any books that whole week. Like literally this has happened 3 times already. But I think it's more easier for me when I just can read whatever I usually read and then to try to fit that into prompts, because I read a lot during the month anyways, instead of trying to read for the prompts to begin with. So I'm just proud of myself for doing so good. And the Witchathon, like, Rihanna should be so proud of me because your girl did good. For the Video Games, I did alright. I didn't complete all of my challenges. I did like 3 or 4. I didn't read the group book and I didn't buddy read anything, but I did everything other than that. So I mean, I didn't do as good as I usually do, but I mean, I'm still proud of myself. Like, I've still read 10 books, which I mean, I know I could do better. I was just being really lazy in June, but July I am not coming to play. Anyways, let's just get into the wrap up. First, I read the first 4 books in the Throne of Glass series, and I'm not gonna speak much about it just because I want to do like a review of the series as a whole. Like, I want to do a Throne of Glass series review, and I have 3 more books to go. I read Assassin's Blade in May, so yeah. So I'm gonna briefly tell you what I thought about the books. I do have the first 2 books physically, but I want to get the whole series. Like, I want to get a box set, so I'm going to be getting rid of these books, and I read the rest on like my iPad. But Dawn of Glass, it was average. Crown of Midnight was like, man, like it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. They both were 3-star books. Airfire was absolutely trash. We don't know her, we don't acknowledge her. It was the worst thing I've ever read. I gave it 2 stars. Crown of Midnight blew my mind. I loved it. It was amazing. It was great. It kept me interested. Gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I reread The Unhoneymoons by Christina Lauren just so I could annotate it, and I just love how my tabs look. Like, y'all know, if you are like, if I consider myself your friend, y'all know I am the tab police. Like, I will come for you if your tabs stick out too far. Like, I came for Zach from Zach's Books and Jocelyn. Like, I will literally come for you if your tabs stick out too far, because it's like, why? I think I came for Julia from A Reader's World too. She had her reason was she likes her the white part of her tabs to line up with the book. I just stay coming for people if their tabs stick out too far. I don't know why, but it's like, if your tabs stick out far, I'm not gonna bother you, but when it's like out here, I'm about to be like, sis, what are you doing? But anyways, I reread The Unhoneymooners just so I could tab it. It was beautiful. It was amazing. I do want to start a series where I specifically talk about certain books that I tabbed for people who haven't like read that book. So like for The Unhoneymooners, I would do how I tabbed The Unhoneymooners, and then I would tell you guys like what my tabbing system is and like what I looked for when I was tabbing and all that stuff. Because for me, I know a lot of people tab emotionally. I don't really tab emotionally. I try to, but it just never works. So I don't tab when things make me happy and when things make me cry or when things make me sad. I do tab when things make me laugh. That's like the only emotion I do use. And maybe I can just do that for people who don't know how to tab emotionally, you know? So if anybody wants to see my tabbing system for The Unhoneymooners, like, let me know. This could be like the first video I do, or the second, because I do want to do, I have so many. Anyways, so this month I also read Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey, and I'll put a screenshot here what the book is, and I gave that 5 out of 5 stars. Like, I loved it so much. It was so good. The smut was chef's kiss. Like, oh my god, like, one of my favorite tropes is the brother's best friend trope. Like, when I tell you guys, back in my Wattpad days, my favorite trope was the brother's best friend. Fix Her Up is about this girl, and her brother's best friend is like a baseball player, but he's like retired now, and he like feels sorry for himself, and she goes to his house and she's like, dog, like, you need to stop feeling bad for yourself. Like, it's pathetic. You need to get up, you need to do something with your life before you become one of those men who sit in the bar telling people about your glory days. She like read him. She was like, I'm about to read this man's whole career. Like, she like read him. And then like, it was something wrong with her chimney. No, I'm kidding. It was something wrong with her chimney, and he went to go like fix it up. And yeah, it was so good. It was so amazing. Like, the smut was like, and he always called her baby girl, and I was so jealous because where's my man calling me baby girl? Like, you know, like, oh my god. Next, I finally finished the Foxhole Court. I gave it 3 out of 3 stars. Like, it wasn't like only because it took me literally 2 years to read it. Like, if I would have waited like 12 more hours, I would have finished it the exact same day I started it. 2 years in 2017. It took me 2 years to finish it, and so that took off 1 star. But that wasn't the book's fault. I think I was just in the slump when I was reading the book. The ending was like, okay. I mean, I already knew what was gonna happen because Jada told me, so I just was like, finish it because I need to get it over with. And everyone says that the rest of the books are wild, so I don't know. But I know like the Foxhole Court is like one of those books that's up there. Like, it's like the Foxhole Court, the Raven Cycle, and Six of Crows. It's like the books that everyone loves. Like, those are like the holy trinity of books. And I noticed that those are very character driven books, and I am not a character driven person. I like plots and I like character, you know. I also read A Princess in Theory, which I gave 3 out of 5 stars. A Princess in Theory is basically just about this girl. I mean, this girl who like whatever, she works, she has a job or whatever, and there's this guy and he's like a prince, and she doesn't know he's a prince. And yeah, it's basically like Cinderella. It's compared to Cinderella. I personally didn't really care about the story. I realized that I'm not really good on like people who meet each other. Like, I'm not good on like cutesy stuff. Like, I need like banter. I need enemies to lovers. Well, I don't always need enemies to lovers, but I do need banter. There's certain tropes that I will read if it doesn't have enemies to lovers, and this book is just not one of those, and I personally just didn't really like it. I want to read the rest of the series, but it's not on Libby. Why do they just have one book on Libby and not the others? I don't know. Anyway, so I also read The Hating Game, which I gave 3 out of 5 stars. I would have really liked it, but I think the ending just kind of like, you know, like, it was like good, and like the banter, and I liked all of it. But then like towards the ending, like, I got bored and I stopped caring. And I do like Josh. I don't really care about him. His name was Josh, right? I don't like, I mean, I like Lucy. I don't really care about her. I also read 99% Mine by the same author, which I gave 2 out of 5 stars because I thought the book was absolutely boring. I was on my brother's best friend's kick, and that book just has to, you know, it had a brother's best friend, and I already had read The Hating Game, so I was like, let me give Sally Thorne like another chance. And I absolutely hated the book. I thought it was boring. Yeah, I thought it was boring. I really didn't care. I did not care at all. And I also read The Poet X, and I liked The Poet X. Like, I had no problem. Like, I love The Poet X. I was listening to it on audiobook. I just can relate to the character a lot. Like, I can relate to X so much because my mom is very, very strict. Like, my mom is really strict. My mom is very protective of me. Like, I remember in the 6th grade, like, I had my first boyfriend, and I didn't want to tell my mom because I was scared of how she was going to react, and I just wanted a boy to like me. And so I didn't want her, not her, but I just didn't want like the strictness of my parents to ruin it. We weren't serious at all. Like, we weren't kissing each other. I think a lot of parents get away from like the innocence of how children can be, and I was like a very innocent kid, so I really wasn't thinking about kissing boys or anything. Like, when I had crushes, it was solely because they were cute and I just wanted them to like me. And so when I had a guy to like me back, like, I was so happy. And I remembered, I don't think to this day, I don't think my mom knows that I had a boyfriend when I was in the 6th grade. Like, it's not a big deal now because we ended up like hitting each other, and yeah. And I just could relate to the character a lot. My mom, she's religious, but she's not like super religious, and I don't want to say she like tries to force her religion on me or anything. I just know that she wants what's best for me, and she wants me to believe in something. But I think in the book, like, X's mom kind of like forces it on her. And I mean, I understand how it is to have a brother and have them treated very different from you. And I just like how she touches, like how the author touches on how when women of color, specifically Latina and Black women, get like bigger bodies, they're automatically sexualized and automatically seen as like these sexual beings. Like, no matter how young and innocent they are, once they have big boobs and the big butts, like, all parents think about is, oh, she's gonna be a hoe someday, or oh, like, you know, they just start to sexualize them. And like, the kids themselves don't, like, they're not, like, they're just being innocent. Like, I've seen it personally. For me, I'm a very petite person, I'm very small, so I never had to actually go through that. But like, I've been through like some of it. Like, when you wear tight jeans, you're considered fast, or things like that in Black culture. So I remember growing up, there would be girls who would have like big boobs, and we were only in like 5th grade, 6th grade, and they would have like big boobs and big butts, and guys, like, that's all they cared about. And like, parents would just be like, oh, that kid, like, she's fast, like, she's growing up too fast, like, she's doing too much. And it's just like, girls don't really think about that. Like, Black girls are sexualized at such a young age. She simply touches on a lot of things, and it does have a lot of like spoken word and all of that. And I think listening to the audiobook is the best way to go, because I swear, like, the audiobook, it just hits you right in the feels. Like, it really gets you. And so yeah, I'm almost coming up on 20 minutes of talking, so I'm gonna stop. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. And these are the books that I read this month, and hopefully in July it's much better. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe to join the cult, aka the wolf pack, and I'll see you guys next time.